Welcome to the Life Domination Online Coaching Program. This is CJ Ortiz of cjortiz.com and metalmotivation.com. In the next 5 videos, I'm talking about the power of focus to create what you want. The power of focus to create what you want. Look at what preceded some of your failures, and you'll find your adversary, broken focus. Look for the times you quit, and you'll see how the demons of distraction brought you down by poisoning your mind with 1,000 temptations. It's the diversions of life that weaken your resolve, and it's the power of focus that makes you the master of your future. If you can purge the unwanted remains of what distracts you, you can purify your mind for achievement. When we typically think of failure, we don't usually attach broken focus to it. When was the last time you heard somebody say they failed because of broken focus? Yet broken focus is probably one of the most significant adversaries we're ever going to face. We think we fail because we're weak. We think we fail because we don't have enough support. We think we fail because we don't have the resources. We think we fail because of our past or something else. We don't realize that broken focus is a main reason why we are failing. Because we get distracted. We get tempted with other things. We get confused when we let other things into our mind. It's the demons of distraction. It's the competing desires that you have in life that crowd out the very thing that you want to do with your life. And you're never going to get there without focus. It's these things that weaken our resolve, because resolve means to decide firmly on a course of action. Are you resolved? Are you decided firmly on a course of action for something? You're always going to know somebody who's focused because they just look focused. They talk about it. They equip themselves with the resources necessary. They're always busy about doing what that thing is that they say they want to do with their life, producing that kind of change that they say they want to produce in their life. People with focus will reveal that they are focused, and those that are confused, those that are divided of heart, those who are divided or double-minded in all that they do, they reveal it too. They talk one day about wanting to do something. A week later, they don't want to do it anymore. You ask somebody, hey, are you still doing whatever it was you were doing last year? They say, no, I gave that up. What happened to their focus? What happened to their determination? What happened to that single resolve that they had that could burn through steel? It's going to require that kind of focus. It's going to require that kind of precision, incision to really cut through all of the distractions of life. And that's what focus is. Focus is pushing through distraction. It's blowing through the things that compete for our attention. And this means the mastery of your mind. Once we decide on that course of action, the real test is what? It's maintaining our focus. And this is where we are again dealing with the issue of controlling our minds. And most people do not discipline their minds. Most people do nothing daily to discipline their thought life. Most do not. That's why they say things that they don't really mean. That's why they fly off the handle. That's why they get angry. That's why they get depressed. That's why they let themselves go, because they don't have a systematic daily way of controlling their thought life. And one of the great ways to control your thought life is to be focused on an area of personal change. And for those who are in the Life Domination Coaching Program, they've made that decision to be focused. So this is the essence and the reason for mastering your mind. It's not about controlling our thoughts for the sake of peace. You should do that. A lot of people think about just controlling the mind just so they can find some peace. They just want some inner peace. They just don't want to be tormented anymore. You've got to get past that. Controlling the mind's got to move from just finding peace to harnessing focus to create what we want by means of relentless action. It is to create what we want by means of relentless action, but you're only going to do that when you harness your focus. And this is the power of a disciplined mind. It's what will fuel the tireless diligence that you need to create the kind of future that you want. This is your one shot at life, man. Are you going to make it count? Are you going to create the kind of future that you want? Then you've got to learn to master your focus. And part of what mastering our focus means is that we have to purge what is distracting us. The kind of focus that I'm talking about means you've got to purge. Purge the things that distract. Purging means to remove in an abrupt or violent manner. Purging means to remove in an abrupt or violent manner. In other words, you can't deal nicely with the things that are attacking your focus. You've got to stomp it out. You've got to beat it out. You can't be tolerant. You can't deal nicely in your own mind with that which breaks your focus because it's taking from you. It's robbing you of the future that you claim you want. Go to war against the things that distract you. Go to war against the things that are attacking your focus, that are clouding your mind, that are cluttering your heart, that are quenching that white hot desire, the very thing that you've been working for in your life, the goal or the personal change that you set for yourself. It's going to require focus, and keep that thing white hot, because focus is what's going to burn through. And that means you've got to then purge those distractions. And that's what we're talking about during this next 4 videos on the power of focus to create what you want, how to get rid of these distractions, how to purify our minds for achievement, how to become central and focused on that which we want so that we can create the results that we want. Can you dig that? I hope you can.